So nobody can scare me with death sentence. The moment you are born in this country, you have been sentenced to death. Either by default or by accident. And being unable to eat, feed, have a roof over your head, and not be able to send your children to school, not to be able to live secure life. That is life imprisonment, in case you don't know. So, is not going to suffer anything that I have not suffered. All these things they are doing, they have done it before it didn't work. They did it with Kensariwa. We told them, we said, I'm going to be the last person who will deal with you people in a reasonable way. After Kensariwa was killed, they know what they lost to Niger Delta military. Maybe Kano is the last person from Igbo land who will speak the language of peace and the right to self-determination. The next generation will not do that. Thank you very much. There's nothing anybody can do about that. We are saying that here in Kaduna, where they need to listen to it. And I apologize to those of you that are not respecting us while we're doing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me announce today, we are going to announce series of action that will go all over the country. Yes. And this time we are not going to do one day. We are not going to do one day. We are going to do a whole week of series of action. Yes. Because these people need to be taught the lesson that the country belongs to all of us.
Are you not afraid?
Thank you, sir.
Vintage SOWORE. He was invited to the Arewa Consultative Forum meeting in Kaduna. And at the meeting, security was one of the priorities. So the Dangotes, the Boas, and others, they actually raised billions of naira to support security. You know, to them, it's just throw money at it. Just throw money at it. Who are you giving the money to? The money that also ends in the hands of the terrorists as ransoms paid by the governors. What would you do different, Maiyegun, if you had to do something about the insecurity in Nigeria? I'll say it again, because most of the time they say, I am only criticizing, I don't offer solution. African Wahala. You know, I've said this before, right? So I'm going to say it again. If I was your president, like a real president too, with your power, not with the grab, snatch, and run. So as your president, first thing first, you see this northeast, northwest. You see northeast, where you have the Boko Haram plus Fulani terrorists. Northwest, Sokoto, where you have Lakurawa, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani terrorists. The north central, talking about this Kogi, Kwara, Benue, Taraba, Plateau, yeah? So you have the Fulani terrorists ravaging the entire place. They are not just ravaging, they've displaced people. They've taken over their lands. So what do you really think can be done to at least stop the advancement of the terrorists and possibly push them out? As your president, right? This is what I would do. The first thing is that I would declare a state of emergency in all of the 19 northern states of Nigeria. Not the Tinubu's emergency like he did in Rivers. So no. I will leave the state assembly. I will leave the governor, as well as the executive. I will leave all of them. But this state of emergency is like, give it any name. And it is for the military, because I'm just going to need 50,000 soldiers, special ones, with special package, right? So once they provide the 50,000 soldiers for the operation, the day of the emergency, when you're going to declare the emergency, you've deployed them. 19 states, how many local government areas, which of the areas are we going to start from, sweeping from where to where, and the rest, the whole plan is done. Then you declare the emergency. That means the soldiers, this your own DSS, which is going to be like your own FBI. Is that your FBI? Your NIA, which is going to be like your own CIA. Every other special force, including the presidential guard. Special, I'll pull all of them together. Then we'll begin the sweep from local government to local government. Shoot and kill. Separate armed terrorists from civilians. And then the operation comes with its own package. Each soldier will be paid an equivalent of 5 million naira every month. It's a 6-month operation. It will be 6-month operation, right? So a soldier, each of you will collect a 5 million naira as your salary to start with for that operation, apart from your normal military salary, and there is a special one. Then you get maybe 2-3 companies, insurance companies, to come and give life insurance for these 50,000 brave men, because there's a chance that we're going to lose some of them. So let's assume that plus or minus, we lose 5,000 of these soldiers. So there should be a life insurance that comes with that because of that special operation. You die in that operation, right? There's a special one for you. I'm using figure that could be reviewed though. 100 million naira for every soldier that dies in that operation. And the insurance will have to pay it, while the government will partner them and pay our own counterpart funding to that. So once you put that package in place, then you get them these ready-made ammunitions for these same special operations, because Nigeria have all these operations, these ammunitions. The military comprises of the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army. It's not just those who are carrying guns. There are others who can operate other area kind of surveillance, right? Unmanned drones that can actually check on as they are advancing and moving. So you start clearing them from local government to local government. You see, as the soldiers are doing theirs, village to village, liberating each one of them, clearing and killing these murderers, no mercy. They will prefer to be killed than to be captured alive. So as the soldiers are doing their own sweep, the police are following, so that if there is any of these remnants of these terrorists that skip through the fingers of this military, they won't escape the police. So when you do that 6-month operation, until you reach the ground zero, Sambisa Forest, Chad border, Niger border, if you get to that stage, yes, southern Nigeria has been enveloped already. What will happen is you also have the rest of your security apparatus who are also going to be on alert, standby. There are places where we have the report of the existence of this terrorist. The same pattern. Give this whole operation 6 months. One, the first thing that will happen is that you see these kidnappings and killings will first stop. Then you will start seeing them escaping. Then you see all the communities, all the states that we are yet to get to. As they are escaping, they may be causing havoc. Here you get now. That is the job of the Air Force. The Air Force is to man the air to ensure that any escaping terrorist is, you know what I mean? All this is possible. Don't think it's just movies. Nigeria have the capacity. Ask the Nigerian soldiers. They will tell you. Nigerian soldiers are seeing Boko Haram. Nigerian soldiers were here. Boko Harams were there. And Nigerian army, they were waiting for order. That never came until those guys moved away. The order, should we strike? Should we fire? Say no. No. That's a no. I don't tell you, Sha. Say, if I be your president, you know I'm not your president. And they talk, say, they said that, that's where they use mouth to drive a car. They are the best drivers. Spectators, they are the best footballers. But at the same time, you tell me that what I just said is not practical. Like, is that not practical? Even if you think imagination won't finish me, I agree. That's the kind of things you sit down and imagine. Is that not better than somebody sitting down and be like, you don't get job, you don't get money, you don't get anything. But you are seated there and you are like, oh, more. You don't know what I'm thinking. They're like, what's that? What are you thinking? And then you'll be like, I just feel like, say, make armed robbers that are, police chasing armed robbers. And these armed robbers with the bag of money, they'll just throw the money. You see, they'll just throw it over the fence. Dollars. I'm like, imagination won't finish. You better go find job. So there are those who are beginning to also call out Tinubu's regime, and some of these guys are Ronukus themselves, because it's beginning to be more concerning for a lot of them. Here you get, it is closer to home than they ever imagined. And they are wondering, why is Gumi still working in this conversation?
Much. Well, I was listening to Mr. Bamidele's submission, and basically it was just boiling my blood with some of what he was saying. Well, I have a different approach, and I think we need to be very candid with the problem we have in Nigeria before it consumes all of us. So we have a terrorism problem in Nigeria emanating from the northern part of the country. This is no longer news. We also have terrorist sympathizers. People like Shegumi, for example. It is difficult to see that interview he gave and not when he's saying things like bandits are, their living conditions, they are suffering, blah, blah, blah. What the hell do I care if a bandit has different living conditions when you're killing people? So he is a terrorist sympathizer. He sympathizes with them. He cares about their life quality. And so this Shegumi is a problem, right? What is the definition of a sheikh? A sheikh is defined as an Arab leader, in particular, the chief or head of an Arab family or title. Second definition says a leader in a Muslim community or organization. So this Shegumi is a leader because he's not Arab, right? So the first definition doesn't apply to him. He is a leader. He's a Muslim leader. And he is going to terrorists and he's coming on television to sympathize with them, trying to convince us that we should care about their quality of life. But there are many Shegumi. The reason why I was angry with Mr. Bamde's submission is that he was saying that no religion or no, we shouldn't blame people. If we don't blame and analyze the problem for what it is, how can we solve it? Enough of the foolish, the mantra, the virtue signaling. You are using words to cajole people, to placate them, while the insecurity is moving closer and closer to our backyards. So, sorry guys, I was interrupted. So within within another part of Nigeria, we know that there are many sympathizers like Shegumi who think like him. Guess what? They are not limited to civil life. Some of them are even in the government. The only thing that connects Shegumi to many of these terrorists is this Islamic factor. That's where that's where this problem is coming from. It's this that's where the sympathy is coming from. That is the element, the factor, the nexus. Because I don't think that if these guys were secular, just whatever that Shegumi would give it down. We know his history, right? And so, because of this, this factor, this Islamic sympathetic factor, imagine if a Shegumi were in government or even in the military. You can begin to understand why sabotage has been clearly established as a problem, why we are struggling to overcome this issue in Nigeria. Nigerian forces have gone to do missions across Africa successfully. We can talk of Liberia, Sierra Leone, Angola, Somalia, etc. But when it comes to our own home, the same Nigerian forces are failing. And this problem is getting worse and worse. So, girls that kidnapped, sabotage is the problem. Because people like Shegumi are in government. At this point, you can't even deny the sabotage. It's a fact. It's happening. And some people come and say, the president should just do what he has to do. Just do the job. How? If you like, declare war. If you like, declare whatever, the state of emergency. As long as the saboteurs are within the government, in the military, sympathetic to those that are supposed to be killing, nothing you declare will work because they will sabotage it. That's what sabotage is. It's not even the scale of the operations that matters, or it's not even the scale of what it is the fact that whatever your strategy is, they will sabotage it. So I wish we could have a situation where these northerners can just have their own country, or at least let's decentralize the military so that if you want to sabotage yourselves up north, so that those of us that are in the western part of the country, the eastern part, the south, etc., in the middle belt, we can have a military installation staffed by indigenes who are not sympathetic to
We
this
have heard
to
you
them.
and we are tired of hearing your nonsense. Please get off.
I just stand here now for where I say, Northerners were expecting Yoruba people. I want to kill Yoruba people. That's the best you accepted. Sorry, everybody. But you don't know he's one of you that.
Shay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 It's okay. There is God.
Thank you, Jerry Mama B. You know, the Ronukus are proposing that Tinubu should decentralize the military. Remember that Tinubu escaped a coup d'etat on the 1st of October. And those who planned the coup, they are northerners. The Ronukus have not been able to actually confront or attack the north, despite the fact that there's an established coup to remove Tinubu from power. Not like the way they are energized when it comes to the Igbos. Yeah, that one kind of like, they will begin to masturbate in public. Sadly. Like, so they want Tinubu to prepare us for regional system or break up Nigeria. The Ronukus are now saying we all need unity. We all need unity in Nigeria, in the South. I was like, hey, well, like, hey, just to that deal. You know, sometimes something's going to happen when you say you go say or more. So we need unity as Yorubas, as Igbos, as Ijaws, as Yorubos, as everybody shout from the South. Sorry if I don't mention you, because people have accused me of, why is it that you don't always mention the other? I said, I'm sorry. You know, it's about the flow, because I'm saying everything offhand. So, yeah, the Ronukus are now asking us to come together. They are not really asking that the Igbos should stay in Lagos, but they're asking that we should come together and demand for our own region from these northerners. Meanwhile, the Igbos are also telling them that no. We cannot keep Nigeria. make Yorubas and the North, make them stay in Nigeria. So make the Igbos come out from Nigeria. So right now, Sha,